It's the same experience that the Kaunda Square people are experiencing, where when someone is sick in the night, they have to travel to Mtendere Clinic. And there, Mtendere Clinic, there is a problem with the roads. There's the road linking up to Mtendere, there's a problem there. So I really want to see that improved as well. Yeah.
Now, the issue of those people that do, I've seen a lot of welding going on along that road from Zambia to Arinkata Road.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some people are saying that maybe you should come up with a specific place where they're able to sell their merchandise and just to formalize that type of business. I think there are those who crush stones, those who do welding, those who make those pottery, don't know, those out of cement. So also what plans do you have for those that are engaged in such type of business in terms of them having a readily available market for their products?
So far, I've seen the road. The road is on the other side. They are extending the road on the other side. They are spared for now.
Okay.
As an MP from Nali, I didn't want to see a situation where we can come up with a place, a designated place where everyone can be there.
Okay.
I don't know. There are quite many. But what they are doing is very commendable because they don't just want to sit at home, but they want to wake up in the morning and go and work for themselves. So really, I want to see where we can find a place and put them there where each and every welder will have their own staff, and people should be able to know that is the small industry that we are creating. In fact, Karingaringa, to me, is one business area.
Okay.
So we want to see. I want to ensure that at least there's even a place. Maybe we can ask along city airport there if they still have land. Maybe they can give us that one, and then where our people can now be trading from there, where it is safe. I know that side along the road. There are a lot of people that passes through there, and a lot of people will see their merchandise. But really, we to safeguard them because the road is expanding, and then you never know. Accidents happen on the road. So I would want to see to find a place where we can put them and they can trade. When you want to buy anything in terms of hardware and safe gates and the like, you can get everything from around Arinkata Road in Karingaringa there. Munali is very exciting because if you want fruits and vegetables, you get them. So that time where people would wake up in the morning going to Soweto, I think in Asidako, they order stuff from there. For me, I would want to encourage our women in Munali that are doing a commendable job, but as leaders, we need to find an enabling environment where they can trade properly without any disturbances. Unlike sitting by on the road, you never know what happened on the road. So really, we want to create that environment, a nice, proper environment for them where we can put even toilets on the side and just to improve the sanitation that is supposed to be done.
Okay. Now, also in terms of bus station and bus stops, I think it has been a common trend where people complain of being harassed by so-called party cadres. Now, how do you intend to engage with the council to ensure that you bring sanity in that regard, to ensure that the traveling public are not inconvenienced by these people?
Well, in our area, I would want firstly a road to be done from Mahatma Gandhi joining up to PHI there, so that we reduce on the congestion. Firstly, we have a lot of buses. Like I would cite an example of Mahatma Gandhi going to join PHI. I also want a road to be done from PHI going into Mtendere there, but without going to police, just going straight to Pamwale, Kundo join ku Ibex, Karikiriki that side. If these roads are done, and then we'll be able to congest, and then later on we need to see how we can engage the council so that we can improve our bus stations, our bus stops, and we have to talk to the drivers. I know it's an issue which is very, very difficult, but I think we can improve it. We can see how we can improve it. I know it's very, very difficult to handle that other part, but I think we can make some improvement. I think there's nothing impossible. We can have a win-win situation where we have a designated place where the buses are able to park, and then we also have other road users that are using the road without any disturbance. You see, it becomes a problem, especially when you're going somewhere and then you are blocked by a bus. So that become someone else who wants to use the same road that you pay road tax on. So really we need to look at how we can decongest, and the other road users are parking somewhere. Same applies to Chainda. There are Chainda market. There are those metal fabricators on the road, and there are buses again, Papa Clinic side, where they block other people like that. So I'm only appealing again to the people that are doing the contractors, or the people that are responsible for these contractors doing the roads, that they should not forget to do a bus station, so that these buses, they don't stop on the road blocking other people that are coming behind. There should be a designated place where they can park and they drop people, and those that are coming in, they come in like that, and then it proceeds. So we really need an environment which will be fair to everyone in Munali constituency.
Okay. Now coming to the issue of social corporate responsibility, like you said, that you have Chris Moore here in Cheston and Chris Moore Rogers. Before we come to the youth unemployment, maybe if we talk about people that you are helping in Munali constituency. I've seen you attending certain meetings where you're helping out the widows, and like you said, at students from CBU, we had to just appreciate for the efforts he's making to ensure that he goes to school at CBU. So maybe that area also, what drives you to engage in helping the community even before you become a member of parliament?
Usually, it's the way I've grown up. I have grown up in different homes, and a lot of people helped me in a different way like that to be what I am today. I think I learned to be hardworking when I was too young, and I still carry that with me even now, that every person needs to be putting in 75% of hard work, and 25% is what we can ask from others as help. So really, the situations that we have themselves in a situation like that, and orphans, it is a situation they found themselves to be orphans, not like they wanted to be orphans. And there is that worry where they are going to get the next meal tomorrow. I haven't started now because of this political ambition. No, I started this a long time ago. For example, I built Chris Moore in 2006. And from that 2006, I've been giving out free water. From 2006, maintenance is on me. The community have been offering free water from the community, and I encourage everyone that if you don't have water, go to Chris Moore, you get water from there. And there are some roads that have been grading, bad roads that I was grading, even way before I thought of becoming an MP. Even just helping out, like I'll take one day, maybe in a month, just go in the compound and helping out those that I can help, But you see, the good part with you, the media, is that you are able to bring out what someone is doing in the compound, what someone is doing in the communities, for people to know what is happening in the communities. You, the media, are very important to our development of our communities and our nation, because you bring out what we don't know. Some of these things, it's the media that came out, brought it out to say, oh, there's an orphanage in Karikiriki, so we need to help out. So, and then even me, when I see that, I would always go in and try to help out what I can. So I've been helping out in the orphanages, like in Itendele East. I went there not only once, but I've been going there once in a while. In Avondale, there's another orphanage there. I've also been going there. So whenever there's a program, I've also encouraged them to inform me so that we can help out together. So in many the youths, bringing the youths together, it's one of those things where it's just something that is coming from my heart. I've grown up in the compounds, in the community, so I know the challenges that are going there. And some of these challenges, it's not like they wanted to find themselves in such challenges, but because of life has taken them there. So for us, what we can do, when you have a hand of help, you can go in and try to help those that you can. At a level where I want to be an MP for Munali, it's just that I want to provide leadership so that we use the same manpower that is within Munali constituency and develop it in a way that we can together. Yeah.
Okay. Now, also in terms of enhancing security in the area, apart from dealing with the gangs, but keeping crime levels in our constituency, what do you think should be done?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's another concern. There's another area where I'm very much concerned. Coming in as an MP from Munali, I know that I have a mammoth task here with the communities to handle these security concerns that we have. Just this morning, I was informed that one of the people in Chainda was attacked and was killed this morning. That is a concern for me as well, a security concern for me. For the meantime, what I'm trying to suggest to our people in Munali is that these gangs are well-known gangs. When we know them, it's better we report to the police and the police arrest them. But to avoid this, I'm encouraging our people, our community, that let's have family meetings where we can hold the family together, call all the family members, discuss about these things, how we're going to hold the family together. In one family, there should be one or two uncles that will come out who's doing very fine and be able to help other people in the same family like that. I know youths would argue that we have nothing to do, so but that should not infringe on somebody's rights. We really need to call for that responsibility from our young people. Secondly, we need our young people, we need our communities to form neighborhood association where they can discuss the challenges of that neighborhood, and they should be able to know that and then as a neighborhood they can try to sit down with that same child, find out what is troubling him to do what he's doing, where challenges of the community are discussed together, and then they are able to bring out issues affecting the community. The community should be able to know that mwana wa chite ndio samvera na mwana wa chite samvera. Many a times we talk about that the bars are variable, beers are variable. I just discovered yesterday when I was just interacting with the youths what they drink. When I was doing the cleanings, and then I found out that there was some brown bottles, medicine, medicine which they mix with some drinks, and then when they take it, it's a cough mixture, which they drink, and they mix it with some drink, and then they'll be drunk, and the so-called junks, they drink that, and when they do that, they also go out there now, start attacking innocent people. We don't want to reach a level where the police, these jails, cells should be full with our young people. Where are we going to get the next generation if the generation which is taking over is getting drunk irresponsibly like that? So really we need to have that concerted effort with our communities that we can curb this. The police will only come in when a crime is committed, but we don't want to reach a time where a crime is committed where the police are coming in to arrest. We need as a society to do something. So I'm only urging our members of the community that this is our problem. Let's see how we can help out, particularly in Munali constituency, because that is an area of concern. We can see how we can help out within our community, what we can do.
Okay. Yeah. Now there's another issue that is of concern also like we talked about the issue of substance abuse. Now, there's the issue of underage patronages in some drinking places. And the council, when they conduct those weekend operations, most of the people that are picked up are teenagers. Maybe what do we appeal to these people who own these drinking places to ensure that they follow the law and do not allow these young patrons to enter, thereby jeopardizing the future of these young people?
Well, to the bar owners, please don't allow underage. Sometimes what I've noticed is that even me, people have thrown tantrums to me to say, don't talk about young patronage before you clean up your Christmas. I took some time just to go there and see what happens. Let me also inform the public that there's no single bar that I run there. I'm just the owner of the building, and people themselves would want to do a business they feel they can make money. And if everyone else is running to open up a bar, I want to believe that that is a business which is trending. But it's up to us now to control how people, the lifestyle our young people have adopted. So we need to talk about that lifestyle that our young people have adopted. And when I checked, in fact, when I checked the so-called young people, I found that there are teenagers that are above 18 years. They're the ones that are drinking from there. A boy who's 18 years or 21 years will look much younger than a girl who's 18 or 21 years. So these that we're talking about are these young people that are 18 years and above. There's no one who's admitted in a bar who's less than 16 years or less than 18 years. There's nothing like that. I have taken that research on my own, and I found that those boys that are drinking are above 18 years and above, and they just look young like that. But really, we really need to ask ourselves, just like I said, that it's a concern for everyone. It's a concern for the country. People would say maybe Chrismo is contributing to this, but Chrismo is just a business. It's just a business, and all we can talk about is that let's together 5 years ago or 10 years ago, was a drinking habit like this? If the answer is no, then it is an effort that we have to take to look into, all of us as a society, all of us even as leaders. We need to look at what is the root cause of all these things that are happening now. Is it because they go with the popularity, because our population is growing, and then even now our young people will be drinking carelessly like that? But some of the root causes that are found out was that too much freedom, and this freedom was being propagated mainly by a lot of boarding houses. They have so much freedom; they can drink, they can even sleep in bars. But these are not underage. No, they are young people, yes, but they are not underage. They are the young people that are leading this life irresponsibly. So I'm looking at how we can improve that as a society, as a leader also from Munari constituency. I need to sit down and with the parents and everyone else in Munari constituency, as a member of Munari constituency, all the people that are progressive in Munari constituency. This is our problem. We can handle this one and see how we can improve our young generation that is coming up.
Okay. Now, finally, to do with the issue of propaganda and misinformation, especially on social media, and also the issue of promoting hate speech that has become rampant in our country. As a leader who's aspiring to lead the people, what would be advice to the Zambian population in terms of avoiding this hate speech on social media and also spreading wrong information about just maybe the country itself?
Yeah, really, again, that is another area where we get a lot of misinformation. It's a challenge, again, to you, the media.